People are like candles. They'll burn themselves out trying to give other people light. Don't burn yourself out. Be careful what you give light to and who you give light to. People won't care if you burn yourself out. I mean, we can all think of good situations like that, where people just give, and then boom, they just get used, abused. Maybe you know yourself. Maybe you personally experienced that. The biggest mistake of my life, and probably going to be your biggest mistake, wasting time with thoughts, people, emotions, situations that are no longer constructive, that are no longer positive, that are no longer worthwhile in your own personal goals of helping make the world a better place. That's the biggest mistake I've made. If I look back, I'm 40 in a few weeks. If I look back in the last 20 years, I can't get that time back. The people I would hang out with or the time I would give. You can make money. Money is easy to make. I say it again and again. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. You can't get time back. If you've wasted money on something, you can make more money. Yeah? If you've wasted time, you can't get that time back. You can't get those months back or hours back or minutes back or years back. You can't get it back. You can't get it back. You can make more money, but you can't make more time. You can free up more time, but you can't make more, can you? You can't go, actually, I want another week to do this. Clock's always ticking. It doesn't matter if you're awake or asleep, high or sober, the clock of life is always ticking. Make sure you make the most of it every single day. Are you in a relationship or a friendship or a business partnership or a situation where you're giving, and then one day you think, hang on, I'm going to do a little test. I'm going to ask for something back. And all of a sudden, the person goes, oh, actually, I'm pretty busy right now, or I'll do it tomorrow, or oh, no, not really, I don't want to do that. Fuck, man. You've just been like giving. And when you ask for a favour back, it's like, oh, it's not reciprocated, is it? That's a situation you've got to get out of. And if you're a giving person like myself, I was diagnosed with AssBurgler's many years ago. People they gave me medication to take. I'm like, I look at the medication, I look at the side effects, I ain't taking this shit. I'm just going to be me. I think the only medication people should take, in my opinion, is the truth. And that's a bitter pill for a lot of people to swallow, because it's going to set a lot of people free, but first it's going to piss them off. Because the truth is that we live in a society where honest people are not rewarded. They are punished heavily. Look at Lance Armstrong. If you're into religious stuff, look at Jesus. Look at political. Look at Martin Luther King. A lot of these people. Honesty is not appreciated as much as Hollywood likes you to think. It's not. If you go on the street and someone walks up and tries to stab you, chances are no one's going to defend you. People are just going to watch you die on the street. I mean, YouTube's full of that stuff. It's pretty rare you get a hometown hero stepping up, unless the predator's like a little small person. If you're like 6'5", 6'10", or 7'4", if you're just a monster and you're doing shit in the street, not many people are going to step up and stop you at all. And that's the world we live in, man. It's cutthroat as fuck out there. So the biggest mistake I made was wasting time. Wasting time with people who were just there to sponge off you, to mooch off you, with thoughts and emotions that were just not constructive, that you blew up more in your head that weren't really there. Most of people's problems are in their head. And most people's problems are in their head. And their biggest problem is they think they shouldn't have any problems. We go through the day of just like all these billboards and advertisings, and you go on Instagram, social media, everyone's got a phone. 2 phones, 3 phones, 10 phones. Everyone's got phones looking, and it's all this Photoshop stuff. There's people I know personally, I'm like, you don't look like that in real life. You don't look like that at all. But it's crazy, isn't it? That we have these impossible standards everyone's trying to chase, and no wonder there's so much cutthroat competition out there. Because everyone's chasing the impossible. They get to a certain point where they can't obtain, and then go get high on drugs or whatever. Or just focus on shit that's really stupid, and they get really good at that. And that's really dumb. But I would say the biggest mistake I ever made was wasting time with certain people, with certain situations, with certain thoughts and emotions, with certain belief systems. Think about it.